Hello, Western Michigan. This is Grand Tap Media, and we are recording from the city of Granville, soon to be home of the Grand Castle. My name is Pamela Keim from Keim Concept, and this is
Will Ellermets from Grand Tap Media.
And we have with us a dear friend of mine, Charlotte Touchette, who is part of Women's Life. She is development specialist, and also she has her own radio show on Radio for Divas, and she's going to be here today to share what Women's Life is and how it affects our community and how women want to be part of it. So I'm going to leave it to Charlotte to kind of give us a little history about what Women's Life is, because it's an inspirational story. And then we're going to ask her some few questions, and we have millennials over here that are going to put a bug in her ear also.
Absolutely.
So Charlotte, I know that I've heard the story many times, but I want everybody who's viewing this, tell us the history behind Women's Life and why it's an inspirational story.
Yeah, it really is an inspirational story because it was founded by a woman, Bina West, on the east side of the state, and that's where I used to live, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, she was a school teacher, and it just pulled at her heartstrings when women died of childbirth.
Wow. That
she wanted to do something special just for Women's Life. Here's our little purse with Women's Life.
Nice.
Everyone gets one when they join.
Anyways, that was probably the first time that women would be able to get like life insurance. So we're like a fraternal not-for-profit. And so it's really a cool thing because what happens is I form the chapters, and then we're able to give them money because we have products, and we have to give all of our profits back out into the community.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
So far we've done around 15 to 20 chapters here in West Michigan, and they all have different personalities. But basically here in West Michigan, women love to network.
Yeah.
They love to get together. They're passionate about what they do, and they're like-minded. They want to do, they want to do great things for the community, and they can't just write big fat checks all the time. So through Women's Life, they get everything. They get to network, they get to have fun, and make a difference in their community, and help some of the organizations like Kids Food Basket.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, and we do a lot, like maybe not every month, but almost every other month we have a huge event. And that's how I got part of Charlotte Touchette. I met her at a chamber networking event. She sat across my table, and we hit it off. And if you have a lunch with Charlotte, she will share with you all the benefits. But for me, Women's Life was one of my big networking groups I joined, and it totally changed my whole life. And I think it's just more wanted to give back, and you didn't have to plan the whole event. There's so many women that get come involved in certain causes and missions, and they will help plan the event. So all you really have to do to some of these events is show up or bring a girlfriend and pay this. Maybe it's just as little as $25. It all goes to the nonprofit. And you get a night of, some high-end hors d'oeuvres, some adult beverages, and you get to meet amazing women in Women's Life, correct? Yeah.
Cool.
And I think once you start getting involved with Women's Life, you start to see what they do for the community. And if there is a cause that you have a heart, you can present it to the meetings, which are like networking events. I think they're like almost like 30 people at these meetings that we have at Marge's Donut.
I love Marge.
Yes, she's amazing. And so we go there and we plan out what we're going to do that month, share how it went last month, and if you were able to present your nonprofit. Most likely, if you have a passion and a love for something, we're going to get behind it, right?
So let me ask you this. And by the way, my roommate Austin, he actually worked for Marge before, and so he said that she's super cool. He actually worked for her, so that's kind of cool. Now, I have a lot of friends who are girls around my age, 20 to 30. In what way could they get involved with Women's Life if they wanted to get involved this summer?
Yeah, they could first call me,
Okay.
Charlotte Touchette.
We'll put your phone number right here.
616-389-3081.
Cool.
But then I would tell them how it would benefit them if they're into networking or whatever. But we just did charter a millennial chapter.
That's what you were saying?
Yeah. And it's really cool because all of those women are very passionate about what they do. And so any group that they, if they would want to be a part of that group. And then we're also mentoring them too.
Okay.
So they're being a part of our chapter. They can be at the things that we do. And that's why we're doing our networking events that we do quarterly too.
Now share with us, Charlotte, and I love this story when I tell people, when you came here from the east side, you originally, and how much, your networking skills and what you've taught me and others grown women's life. Because our chapter has probably, 60 women?
90.
90 women. 90 women, but there's all these other chapters and that we come a part of. And then when they have events, we kind of help them.
Yeah.
Other people from other chapters are in there. But what would it take to start a chapter? Like say, if I was to do it, what would
It's
instead of
really
that?
easy to start a chapter, and I just did one. So yes, it takes 10 women. They say yes. They pay $20. We vote for the leadership team. We do all that paper charter work. We send it into home office. Home office sends it back to us with a check for $500 to Women's Life Chapter 901.
Nice.
That's the one that we just chartered.
Okay.
And then they also have a $250 bank account. It's kind of like a promo account at home office to help them if they want to advertise for an event or they want to have flyers and tickets and all of that kind of stuff. And then also the brand new chapter gets $500 that they can get matched for the very first event.
Amazing.
Yes.
Which it really is a great amount of money when you think about it when you're setting these events up, because you and I have planned a lot of these
Yes.
events. And it really, even though our purse event, which is our huge event a year, would you call that one of our biggest huge event? Share with them what that entails and how you're able to come to these events, although you're not a member, just to experience Women's Life.
You know what? That's a great event for everyone to come, and it's going to be our 6th year. We're so excited. It is for Kids Food Basket, and it's kind of taken on a life of its own, really, because we get it out there that we need new or gently used purses, and they start coming in. And like last year, we had over 300 purses.
Purses like that?
Yep, no.
Nice. Okay.
Purses like we carry around.
Got some Gucci
Yeah.
purses.
Really nice ones,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And we raised $17,000
Wow.
for Kids Food Basket. So anyways, that's a beautiful thing. And you can just come to the event, but you can see what's happening at that event. I
Yeah.
mean, you will go away with meeting 5 to 10 people that you can go to have lunch with and just check to
Incredible.
see if there's some kind of relationship or, that you can build on that.
Yeah.
We've created this, what I call it unstoppable synergy, which only happens when you have women that have the heart for giving, but also want to help each other in
That's
their
amazing.
businesses.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Isn't
and
it
you
beautiful?
usually when you join Women's Life, Charlotte will sit down with you like she did me, and she says, "How can we help you thrive in your business? How can we connect you with people?" And so you're always thinking, and I admire that. And there's going to be seasons of our life where we're, we just show up, and there's going to be seasons of our life where we're going to be really active. And all you would have to do is go to Charlotte and say, "You know what? This is what I'm looking for." And then you get your leadership to start thinking about it, right? And then she tries to connect you with it. And that is the difference, I think, of some of the networking groups. She's kind of, why choose Women's Life over just
Yes.
joining, hanging out with your girlfriends
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, in Women's Life, we're going to be your champion. We're going to
I
help
love that.
Right,
I love
right.
that. Let me ask you, Charlotte, one more question.
Sure,
too.
go ahead.
So for you're kind of like higher up, one of the leaders in Women's Life. So what is something that you think would surprise someone listening right now that you've learned or that you've been a part of? What is something that you think would surprise people that they might not know about this organization?
Really, because, I just brought this over here 8 years ago, and we're
Mhm.
still getting this out. And I think what would surprise them is that Women's Life, whatever it is that you need, you will get.
I guess that's kind of true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want girlfriends or you want that?
Anything
Yeah.
that you will need. And usually when the women start first, because they think about the giving back, they think, oh, okay, I'm going to be giving back. That's
Yeah.
going to be great. I'm
Yeah.
going to do this. But believe me, the blessings will blow you over.
Yeah, it sounds like this is something that like literally every single woman should be a part of, at least at some point in her life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right. And I think it's, and you've seen it in me, I started Women's Life probably 6 years ago, and how that it has helped me gain better skills in networking, met the people, and then expanded where I was able to raise money for my nonprofits and some of the boards that I serve on, and bring that passion to everyone. And you guys are looking for building trust with us, and you're like, well, this like YMCA, right?
Yeah.
We raise money for them, and I serve on the board there. And that's one thing about Women's Life, is that when you come with something, and Charlotte's there to help you find that in Women's Life. And sometimes you don't have to be an extrovert. She'll help you connect with people if you are kind of shy, but you just need to come to these events and ask,
Yeah.
right?
Because everybody at that event is gonna be talking to people, and they're gonna go up to a stranger and then say, "Hi, I'm Charlotte Touchette. What do you do? I'd love for us to get together," you know? And the conversation is gonna be bigger than that, but, so what we did, another thing that makes us stand out is that we've created a stage for our networking events for the chapter members.
Cool.
It is only for the chapter members, yeah.
Yeah, so you can sponsor or have a table and share your services with people, and that's what you get. A lot of people that come there that maybe are entrepreneurs, and they need to get their presentation. So it's kind of helping them, like being part of Toastmasters, how to present and how to show what you have to do.
Trying to polish your skills.
Yeah,
you gotta get up in front of people, and what better way than to practice?
Yep, look the part, speak the part, all that.
Yeah.
Now, if I was people that are viewing this, kind of like, I've never heard of Women's Life, because you hear that a lot. What is Women's Life when they look at my Facebook page? So what would be their first step? Would they go to your Facebook page? Would they go to the website to get contact with you? Like, I'd like to sit down and see how I can be part of this.
Yes, if they can do all of the above, and the best thing is to call me, Charlotte Touchette, at 616-389-3081. I also have an email, ctouchette@womenslife.org. But either way, and I am so blessed to be a part of this job, because I never envisioned that this was what was going to happen. Women loving to be a part of this, and every day I have people that refer me to someone. I have a list of my email right now that I have to get with, and so that just tells me that we do have a very, very special thing going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to have you here today, because it's been such a amazing impact on my life, and you know that, right?
That's cool.
And then helping people, and if you, even with Will, I've been sharing with Will about Women's Life, and of course he wouldn't really know, like, okay.
You can be a member if you wanted to.
Okay, that's what I was going to
Guys
ask,
can be
but
members.
I wasn't going to ask, so
I
a man can be a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and a lot of it's been, I told them, it's been like spouses that, that want to do more networking, and they
Sure.
see the power of networking
Yes.
and connecting to others. So a lot of couples will bring their spouse with them, and they're amazing at the events, like
Yes.
Natalie Garcia
Yes.
and her husband Abe, and then of course Monica and Lonnie.
Yeah.
And then I will drag David. He'll say, "Is there going to be anybody there?" I'll go, "Well, Lonnie will be there." He goes, "Oh, "Okay," but you can understand that.
Yeah.
But they don't realize connecting to all these women, and these women are leaders. Some of them are CEOs. Some of them are, top-notch women that make decisions.
Yeah.
They're the ones that make
And I
decisions.
think the guys can learn a lot from the women, because we have that special little sparkle about us that
Yeah.
a lot of the guys can learn.
Yeah.
And Pam has been such a champion too for us, because she just every other week she's bringing someone to
Is she?
Women's Life. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Well, and I think people see that. Go ahead.
I
wanna
was
go.
going to say, so, Pamela's goal with Grand Tap Media is to connect and to inspire thriving communities. We want to make everyone feel like, we're your neighbors here in Granville, in West Michigan. So, what are your last kind of thoughts for everyone as we wrap this up at Grand Tap Media? Is there any message you have for people that you want them to know?
Or me.
Or you? Yeah.
And the same
I
way.
am so happy to be a part of this, and
Mhm.
I think I'm your third one.
You are.
Grand Tap Media is going to be so cool, because guess what? You're connecting, inspiring, thriving in the community,
Yeah.
and basically that is what Women's Life does too.
You're on my short list, Charlotte.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know. But before you leave, I want you to share that big check you always bring, how much we really have raised in this area, which is phenomenal. I think it just talks about how caring we are in this area, the philanthropy in this that Women's Life has.
Yes. Well, since we've been doing our chapter development here and it's basically in Michigan, but we are in Ohio and Indiana, and it's sporadic across the country. But it's millions of dollars that
Wow.
we've been able to give back to the community. I
Wow.
think at $4 to $5 million. So
Wow.
not only just in all of our give backs with the with the fundraisers that we're doing, but also for the products that people have been, like if they died or whatever, we've given a lot of money back out to the community.
I know, I just went somewhere where somebody said, I just got my Wendy, Katie
Yes.
Bird, she just got, we're at an event. She goes, I just got my check from my mother. It was like $500 something
Yeah.
from life insurance
Yeah.
that she bought. Like what? 40
Way
years
long
ago,
time
50 years ago?
Yes.
And me and Shirley are like, wow, I mean, that was pretty impressive. Well, you're not expecting it, right? You're getting
Yeah.
this check in the mail for $1,500
So,
or something. Yeah.
you know, that's another reason that we stand out in the community is because of all of the good that we do in the community. We also help women with their financial future.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's very important because there's so many people that aren't quite set on that. And we can be a little piece of the pie with that financial.
It's important. It's important. A lot of people are not aware that the finances matter, and they get their check and they just blow it that week, and they're not
Yeah.
saving for the future.
And like
At all.
with you being 25 or 23 years
Yeah.
old, I mean, you could start packing away like even $25, $30 a week.
Yeah.
And imagine what that would be
Yeah.
by the time you're.
Or even a month, and wherever you want to
Right.
start. I mean, Kim could show
Yeah,
you
a
the
month.
figures, our
Yeah.
financial person,
Yeah.
that she could definitely tell you
So
how
you
this
could
could
be a
work.
benefit member right now if you
Absolutely.
don't want to be a member.
Right.
So it's
That's
total
cool.
lifestyle, just helping
Yeah.
people reach their goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Right now, it's
Yeah.
So what
synergy.
does the future hold for this? What are you kind of looking forward to in the next maybe 5 to 10 years with Women's Life?
Getting younger, probably getting those millennials in, right? That you're going to
Okay.
help with now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That'd be
you
cool.
know, well, the goal that is for every year is that it's approximately, what I do is I go out almost every day and, you know, recruit people, but it's around 300 people a year that we,
Wow.
new people a year.
That's a lot of people.
Here
And then
in
those
West
people,
Michigan.
they say like one person has a door full of just hundreds of other people. So you
Yes.
never know what's going to happen to those
Yeah.
300 people. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people.
And if I was younger at your age, right? And if I'm talking to the female viewers, I would tell them join something like Women's Life early, get those networking skills, get those connections, because you'll be amazed at what doors will open.
Yeah.
By stepping out with courage and going to these events, and you have the synergy and people that have gone before you, and you and I have seen that, where people have totally taken off. And all we did was just give them the forum or, platform or a net event to go to, and we're all like, jeepers! But sometimes that's all you need, is a little bit of praise, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of support, and then you can start moving, and that's when doors start to open. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree,
Yeah.
Charlotte?
Incredible.
That is the only way, because if you want to move faster and do, you know, what you were created to do, you just need to have that circle of influence, and why not have it with women that are like-minded and that love to help each other.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anything else you have?
Just tap into Women's Life.
Tap in. Charlotte's
tap
going
into
to
Women's
leave.
Life.
Now, Charlotte's going to leave a couple of things you'll be able to check out on our website,
Yep.
and then we'll share that when you'll see
Yes.
that button.
Yep. And what
And
are
my
they?
guru,
What
Thank
are they
you
going to be?
so
What are
much
the
for
things gonna
having
be?
me, guys.
Charlotte's going to give us some networking tips to
Yep.
help women connect with in the community.
Top 3 networking tips. for
Yeah,
sure.
you got some of that.
One thing that I could leave you with is
Yeah.
that if you go to one of these networking events and you see someone that you know and you have a new friend, go and introduce her to that new friend, because then pretty soon the whole room will be doing the same thing.
Exactly.
love that.
And that's what you do all the time.
I do it all the
yeah.
time. I connect
Yeah.
women, and I always look for opportunities for them to belong.
Yeah.
We all want to belong. We all want to be accepted, and we all want to be supportive. And that's what Women's Life has done for me. That's why I'm so glad you're here to share this with everyone, because I can't. I share it with everyone I can too. And I want to thank you for being here. We're excited.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And we're excited about Grand Tap Media. We'll be sharing more with you, and we wish you a great day. You go, this is Will, and we
This is
wanted
Will.
to tell you that everything's going to be okay. Why? Because we are your neighbors.
Have a
Take
good day,
care.
guys.